everybody, Joaquin Sharp here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Saturday Night Live, the 39th season that just ended about 2 weeks ago. Yes, I meant to put this review out last week, but I had upload issues. So, well, the thing was, the original video of this was 20 minutes long, and I kind of lost my features on my YouTube channel, so I can't upload a video longer than 15 minutes. So this video is gonna be less than 15 minutes. So I'm gonna talk about season 39 of Saturday Night Live. Now this season I thought it was pretty decent. It was pretty decent. Like it wasn't big. It wasn't like. The thing about it, there was a time I used to love Saturday Night Live. I saw my first show was when I was 11 years old, and it was the Anne Hathaway episode. Anne Hathaway hosted with the Killers. It was the first time. It was on October 4th, 2008. That was that was at the height of the election season between President Barack Obama and Senator John McCain. So that's how I got into it. And I just got interested. And I just started watching the show, and I got so, oh my god, excited about it. And I did. So I watched it on and off years gone by. So I'm just and as the years go by, as I got older, I started to feel like how much of the show is just it's starting to become cliche garbage. It's just same old jokes, same old laugh. It's starting to become like Family Guy, basically. I know, yeah, different hosts each week, different musical guests. I know, but same writers. Even though some of the writers have made changes, but I feel like the writers right now are kind of boring. I know this season they lost Seth Meyers after the Melissa McCartney episode because Seth Meyers went on to do his own show, but I feel like I would have I think the writers are starting to get a little boring. I think, in my opinion, when Andy Samberg was back in season 37, I think from his period when he was on from season 31 to season 37, I think that was the best. They had the best writing in that show. I think every episode I would laugh at something, especially the those shows were hilarious. I know times have changed and, you gotta move on, but I think the writing has become, very kind of weak. Very weak. It's example, 2-3 years ago, I would find myself laughing at, about half of the show. Let's say 60 to 80% of the show. Now, as of right now, 2014, I'm laughing about 30 to 50% of the show I'm laughing at. So it's not really much. So, and I think it's mediocrity in the show. The thing is that I get so, I get kind of bored easily. I get bored. I try to laugh at a joke. The thing is that some episodes, this season, the one where it was, let me think. When Lena Dunham hosted with the National back in March 2014, I chuckled here and there. It's just I couldn't really burst out laughing. It's nothing was really as funny for me. I thought it wasn't the worst episode of the season. I thought it was just it's a decent episode. It was okay. It was mediocre. But that's the thing. It's I want the thing is that I this season it could have been a little better. I think it could have done its best to be better. I think, and the thing is that I thought back in the day that if there's a special guest on, it'll make the episode better, but it really doesn't. It doesn't make the episode better. I find myself even when an old cast member appears, it's still boring. And there were some disappointing episodes of this 39th season that I thought were kind of disappointing. Tina Fey, when she hosted the season premiere with musical guest Arcade Fire, I thought it was pretty boring. I thought she did it pretty half-assed. By that, I'm thinking she did it, she did it half-assed, and it was probably pretty disappointing, I know, okay, you can't play Sarah Palin, because Sarah Palin hasn't been in the news, but at least try to have some effort. I thought some sketches really didn't do for me, the one where, her and Turner Killam, who's a cast member, they're calling all the airline people, I didn't really see that funny, and what else I didn't really see from, the Mike T's cars, and the James Bond, some stuff didn't really do it for me, it really didn't, and I just kind of think of the thing, I think in my head, does Lorne Michael know what he's doing? I think, okay, I think he likes people. He and people like to have people like Tina Fey on. They like to have old cast members host because I feel if you have an old cast member host, it's gonna be like the best episode of the season, and it doesn't always work that way. Like that's what some people think these days. You know, they think like, okay, if you have an old member, it's always gonna be the best episode of the season. It depends on who it's gonna be. It depends. But some episodes could be a letdown. Like I thought when Kristen Wiig hosted last season, when on season 38 in May 2013, I was very iffy about it. Very like, like very like, okay, this, and it's just like it felt like kind of like a greatest hits kind of episode because okay, season 37 was her last season, but there was no new material. It was the old same old stuff. It was she did the Californian sketch. She did the Lawrence Welk show. That was one of her sketches. She did Gilly. She it's like it felt like it was the same stuff. It felt like it was a greatest hits. It wasn't like it wasn't like no new stuff, and that's why I felt. And I think, and that's why I always say, you know, it's kind of a bad idea to let old cast members host, like unless they could really pull it off, like the Andy Samberg episode. I think, like, I'm not gonna say it was the best episode of the 39th season, but I thought it was one of my favorites. I could say it was one of my favorites. It was pretty good. I liked all the sketches. I liked the Return of the Doodle Short. I really liked it. Like, you know, even though some of them were stupid, like the first Doodle Short on his episode was one with the bass drop. That was kind of, I thought it was like, okay, we all want to know, like, it was good, but it kind of ran off. It ran off like a little long because it's like, okay, like get to the point. Okay, what's gonna happen? Then I thought it was pretty stupid that when he pressed the button, like all their heads exploded. I know I could be. I do apologize. Sorry if I am getting away spoilers here, but for people who do watch Saturday Night Live or who didn't see the episode I'm talking about, but like back to the episode what I'm talking about. Like when the people's heads exploded, like I thought it was pretty stupid. And then I don't know, it didn't really do nothing for me. The second little short episode was called Hugs, which I think I got the premise of it. Okay, it's like, okay, when a woman thinks you're hanging out, you're in a relationship with them, you're just hugging them. I think I didn't understand why Pharrell was in it. I really didn't understand, but I did kind of get it in a way, but not as much. But that's all I gotta say. You know, I think everything else was pretty good, like the Return of Blizzard Man and stuff. I think that was pretty funny and stuff. But that's it. So you know, this season, it could have like I feel like, and they also did episodes for ratings only, like the Miley Cyrus episode. And in my opinion, I have to say that is the worst episode of the season. That is. I feel like they did that. That's just as bad as the Justin Bieber hosted and musical guest episode that happened last season. I felt like they did it all for the ratings. It was just like they did it for the network. They didn't do it for the cast. And it really annoyed me too because for the Justin Bieber episode last season where it's like it was like 15-year-old girls in the crowd screaming their heads off, and that really annoyed me. And just like it's like putting the spotlight all on him, and that's what I felt like the Miley Cyrus episode. Like I felt like everything she did is still her. And this Piers Morgan sketch when she played Hillary Clinton, it's like it's still her. In the digital short called "We Did Stop," it's still her. When she was playing Michelle Bachman, which was a parody of her "We Can't Stop" music video. It's like, it's the same thing, okay? Doing like sticking out your tongue and doing like that, that's Miley Cyrus. That's not something Michelle Bachman does. And that's what got on my nerves, you know? That just really pissed me off, you know? Like, and it was just, and some sketches were stupid. Like the one, like there was a sketch where it was, Kenan Thompson plays an alien, and he's like we have no moon and stuff. That was just stupid. It just, some stuff just like really, you know, especially the last sketch. Oh, I hated it. The last one was supposed to be a fake sex tape. I just really hate that. And some of that stuff kind of came off as mean, like very mean. Like okay, like it was kind of making fun of her life, especially the cold opening where it was like the VMA, the Video Music Awards, like, oh, the world ended because of Video Music Awards. And I'm like thinking, why are we talking about something that happened? The MTV Video Music Awards 2013 was on August 25th, 2013. My first episode aired on October 5th, 2013. So I'm like, why are we talking about something that happened like 38 or 40 days ago? Like, come on, like, why are we talking about something like that happened like a month and a half ago? Like, come on, that's what angered me. That's what it angered me because why are we still talking about it? Like, okay, she did what she did. Let's move on. That's it. But you know, I think that's one of the shows they do for the network, especially like with the Jimmy Fallon episode. I felt like the Jimmy Fallon episode, that was another one. Like, I thought, okay, yeah, it's cool, yeah, Fallon's back, but I was really surprised that it was Jimmy Fallon with musical guest Justin Timberlake. And and you see in the promos, it's like when he's with Kate McKinnon in the promos, he sings like you know, very like but when he comes Justin, like, hey, that's my buddy, you know, hey, he feels more, yeah, you know, this is some stuff I really, you know. I thought it was an okay episode. It really was okay. Like, I really didn't get the Barry Gibb talk show sketch, and I thought it wasn't really appropriate. Like, it's disrespectful to Robin Gibb, who died in 2012. So, I'm like, how can you still play it? Robin Gibb died. That's why I know, okay, yeah, you know, the real Barry Gibb was there, and they went back. It was like a back in time kind of thing. Like, okay, you know, like a flashback to the 70s, but it really didn't make any sense. It really did not, you know, so. In the overall season, you know, I guess there were some good episodes and there were some really boring episodes or mediocre, you know, episodes this season. Like, I think like there were a lot, but you know, there were a lot of potential and there were a lot not really potential. But so now I'm gonna pick my picks for the my episodes that I thought that were my favorite or best or the greatest, the good episodes of season 39. Okay, so these are mine. These are mine. So I'm gonna say these are mine. So the ones I thought were pretty good and my favorite, and also I think the best were Bruce Willis as Katy Perry. Yes. Edward Norton and Janelle Monáe. Yes, that one too. Lady Gaga hosting musical guests. Who else? Drake, him hosting musical guests. Louis C.K. I thought he was pretty good. Yeah. Seth Rogen, Andy Samberg. Those seven. Those are, I think, and these are in my opinion. Those were I thought were the best episodes of season 39 SNL. Now the mediocre episodes were Tina Fey, Kerry Washington when she hosted, Paul Rudd with One Direction, John Goodman, Jonah Hill. Trying to think of that. Lena Dunham and Anna Kendrick, which she hosted. Who else? Trying to think. Who else? I think Andrew Garfield and Charlie Theron. Those are the mediocre episodes. Now I'm going on to my worst episodes of season 39 SNL, and those are Miley Cyrus. Yes. Let me think. Josh Hutcherson / Haim. Yep. Who else? Melissa McCartney / Imagine Dragons. Jim Parsons / Beck. And who else was pretty bad? Let's see. Anna Kendrick. Yep. I think she was pretty bad too. Like I feel like the episode was basically like her episode. I basically thought it was a High School Musical. Basically, you know, it was a lot of singing. I'm like for a minute. I'm like, am I watching for a minute? When I was watching the episode, I was saying, am I watching SNL or am I watching High School Musical? So this is my review of Saturday Night Live 39. You know, I'm looking for a lot of new stuff for the 40th season. I'm really excited because, you know, they've been on. This is their 40th anniversary coming up in September, and I'm excited to see what they're gonna bring. So my overall score for season 39 of SNL, I would give it 69%. Yes, or actually no, even lower, 65%. That's how I would get it, and I'm gonna give it 5 out of 10. That's it. That's what I'm gonna give season 39. And my overall statement is like, for out the bed score, I'm gonna give it a C-. I thought it was some stuff that it was a pretty decent season. It could have been better. You know, there was some episodes that were just, you know, they you know, like I think SNL has this formula where they could have a really great show. They could have they could have a really great show. Then they could have an okay episode, and they could have a show that's just plain terrible. And I think that's what these episodes were in season 39. So if you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share this video, add it to your favorites, whatever. Share. I want to get exposed. I want you guys to share this video, like comment below, tell me what did you think about Saturday Night Live season 39, and that's it. Thank you guys for watching the video. You follow me on Twitter at Joaquin Sharp. That's JOAQUINSHARPE, and follow me on Instagram with the same name, and that's it. So bye.